Your phone can recognize you by touching it. Just think about that for a second. You, a blob of skin and snacks, put your thumb on a piece of glass, and your phone goes, "Yep, that's them, let them in." Like, bro, what? Back in the day, unlocking a phone meant typing a code, maybe a swipe pattern, maybe yelling at it. Now all it takes is your greasy fingerprint and boom, access granted. It feels like sci-fi, but it's real, and it's in your pocket. So how does this work? Is it scanning your soul? Taking tiny skin samples? Plot twist. It's way weirder. Let's start with the basics. Your fingers are covered in ridges and valleys, the swirly loops and whirls that make up your fingerprint. No two are the same. Even identical twins have different prints. Why? Because nature's random like that. Now, when you touch the fingerprint sensor on your phone, it doesn't just take a picture. Nah, that would be too easy. It uses one of a few spooky methods to basically feel your fingerprint. The most common one is capacitive sensing. Sounds fancy, feels like a Hogwarts spell. But here's what's happening. Under that little glass circle is a grid of teeny tiny electrodes. When you touch it, those electrodes measure the electrical charge difference caused by the ridges of your fingerprint touching them and the valleys hovering just above. So it's not looking at your print. It's sensing the 3D shape of it based on how your skin messes with tiny electric fields. Science is wild. Your phone then compares that pattern to the one it saved when you first set up your fingerprint. If it matches, boom, you're in. If not, nope. Try again with your other thumb or your elbow. That never works. But wait, you say, what if someone just puts a photo of my finger on the sensor? Nice try. But no, capacitive sensors don't work with photos. They need actual skin touching the sensor, messing with electricity. That's why you can't just stick a picture or a Play-Doh mold on it and break in like some budget spy. Now here's where it gets spicy. Some phones use ultrasonic fingerprint sensors. Yeah, sound waves. These sensors send out tiny ultrasonic pulses that bounce off your finger and come back with a full 3D map of your print, even through dirt, sweat, or if your thumb is like 12% burrito grease. It's like sonar, but for thumbs. And then there's optical sensors, mostly found in cheaper phones. These just straight up take a picture of your fingerprint using light. Not as secure. Pretty basic, but hey, it gets the job done if you're not guarding nuclear launch codes. So, how secure is all this? Well, pretty dang secure. The odds of someone having the exact same fingerprint as you are like 1 in 64 billion. And even if someone tries to clone your thumb, they'd need materials, access, and a whole crime lab to maybe pull it off. And your phone doesn't actually store a picture of your fingerprint either. That'd be creepy. Instead, it stores a mathematical representation, basically a coded summary of your print. It's stored locally in a secure part of the chip called the Trusted Execution Environment or Secure Enclave. Think of it as your phone's secret underground vault. Super encrypted. Not even your phone's operating system can peek inside. Also, your fingerprint data never leaves your phone, so if a hacker tries to grab it over Wi-Fi, good luck, buddy. It's locked up tighter than your gym motivation. But sometimes it doesn't work, right? You tap the sensor like a dozen times and it's like, who dis? That's because things like sweat, dirt, cuts, or even holding your phone at a weird angle can confuse the sensor. Your fingerprint is you, but your phone's like, you're acting sus, and then makes you type your passcode like it's 2010 again. But hey, most of the time, it works. Smooth, fast, magical. You press your thumb and the phone is like, ah yes, the human who looks at memes at 3 a.m. Welcome back. So yeah, your fingerprint unlocking your phone isn't magic. It's just electricity, math, sound waves, and a tiny vault of secret thumb data. Totally normal. You're welcome. That's gonna cost you one subscribe and maybe a like, preferably from your actual finger.